I was literally sleeping and woke up and made $667. I couldn't imagine it. So my name's Christin. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I started trading because I'm an accountant, and I was spending 70-hour work weeks and I wasn't getting to see my family, and I wanted more with my family. I wanted time with my daughter. I wanted to be able to go and travel if I wanted to. I didn't want somebody to tell me that I didn't have vacation time if it started to get to the holidays and I wanted to go see my family out of state. I wanted freedom to be able to say when I could go somewhere and be able to just take off, and especially something like I'd been looking for a while for something to work from home, which works as an accountant, but you still have to put in a lot of hours. So I still wasn't going to get the freedom of being able to come and go and be able to spend time with my family. So I haven't been trading exactly for 7 months. I started getting into the live account and I was doing really good and I was excited. And but I wasn't plugging in. I was doing it on my own. And I started losing, and the money started slipping away real quickly. And I realized I was missing something by not plugging into the community, by not getting into the calls. I mean, we had live calls with experts and I wasn't getting in the calls because I thought that I could do it on my own. So I've been fully trading for 5 months. And right around that time was the first time that I actually got I went in on a sell. I put in on an order overnight, which was a really big deal for me to have enough confidence to leave it in overnight. And that was actually my biggest order to date. Was one single order, was that I ended up waking up the next morning to a notification on my phone that was $667. And I was ecstatic. Like I was literally sleeping and woke up and made $667. I couldn't imagine it. So that's the biggest dollar amount that I've had. But more recently, I've been practicing more discipline. I'm on track to becoming full-time trader. And so I'm taking more discipline. Recently, I've actually had 5 days consecutively where I had 10% of an order. It was a really, really small order. And I was able to still get $150 on that order. Which doesn't seem like much, but it's when you take that, this is such a small order that you could have a $50 account and still be able to do this order and get $150. And if I was to take this, and I did that 5 days in a row just to prove that you could do this with a small account. And on top of that, that if I was to take this and make this specific style of trading into a bigger order, I would have made $5,000 on that transaction. Wow. And that's when I realized I was missing discipline. I just needed my discipline. So before I started doing this discipline, I was making consistently $300 a day. And wow. And the reason, I know that sounds crazy that I was making $300 a day and moved to making $150 a day, but I wanted to prove to myself that this is something that I could do full time. Mm-hmm. I needed to prove to myself that I could have days where you can, if you have enough risk management, if you have enough discipline for yourself, if you want it bad enough, you will do what they say and you can prevent yourself from losing anything.